Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very calm Crusader Kings. King Hurnam1 has just inherited the throne. We currently have a lot of work to do to set up his court and his family. So let's just jump into it. Very first thing I want to do is find potential. Here we go. I'm currently I want to find people for my grandson to marry. Here we are. Oh, but it might not be this grandson. Yeah, it wasn't that one. This one. Because I want to start having marriages to develop traits. So there, we did that for my grandson. And for his also do it for his eldest sister. Preferably not someone of my dynasty. Here we go. You can see that people descended straight down. So King Rakat had the historian took the blooded renown path. Noble veins. And people who were born before that, and members of his dynasty who were born after that, have very different sets of traits. And so, since I inherited as the eldest son of King Rakat II, I'm not part of the lucky ones who had more genetic traits yet. That's okay. Huh. It's got a few good options here for my Prince Winnock son. I think I'm going to make sure that all of his secondary spouses have traits as well. I'm very likely to get up to absolute crown authority. So if he can have a few more children, I might end up not inheriting as Hurnam1. Look at this, some of them are landed here. And that certainly has its advantages, but she's also only Hale. I think we can do better than Hale. We can that one. Risk being inbred. I am not concerned about it. I'll keep looking. Ooh, a genius. Okay. So we got the first round of marriages. Now, I also need to set up alliances. And I'm going to sort largely by alliance power, because I want to be able to declare a very large war against Sweden very quickly. And I could get an alliance with England. Then I could also get an alliance with Ireland. One thing and they're related to me, but it's also a betrothal, and well, we won't end up married together for very long. I am very old already, so I'm okay with that. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think that'll result in any little inbred children running around. Now, I can't set up both at the same time, just because in my experience, if you try and arrange two secondary spouse marriages, whichever one happens first just happens, and the other one is kind of cancelled by it all. Okay, now I want to divide my land up in such a way that all my grandsons have 2 counties. I don't care too much about duchies. Who's this? Somehow that ended up part of Ireland, huh? And the reason for that is because my main goal, succession through succession, is to keep Cornwall intact. So that's why I want to just give away land in groups of 2. I don't have any sons I need to worry about dividing it between. So we'll start off with the one who we'll wait until after he marries, actually, to do that. Get to choose my counselors now. That's nice. There. There. I'm not going to appoint him because as soon as I put my grandson, as soon as I land him somewhere, I'll be making him my spy master. So and what we're preparing for is, with all these alliances, is a holy war against Sweden. Because since I inherited at such a ripe old age, I may just be able to win a kingdom scale war against Sweden. After which I think we can safely say that we don't need to worry very much about the Norse. Because we've already got Denmark is ruled by my dynasty, although with a little bit of ugly border gore there. But the King of England is also my dynasty. And across various members of my dynasty, we also have almost half of Norway. We're 2 duchy wars away from having more than half of Norway between all of us. There still are plenty of Asatru around, just not enough for us to really need to worry about it, I think. There are more nice little targets for us to slowly gobble up and expand through once Sweden is defeated. I'm pouring myself a very nice cup of coffee. I like putting the time in to enjoy things fully. Like the way I make my coffee and the way I play Crusader Kings. Since you're watching, I hope you feel, well, you can do however you like to do things. But I hope it comes across how I like to do things in the way I present these videos. Ah, refreshing and delicious. Now unpause. Okay, my son has found his first genius wife. Let's see if we can find him more genius wives. She's a little young, by which I mean we're arranging a betrothal with an infant. We can leave that one for now. How about we find him an Amazon? Nope. How about we find him a beauty. They're related. I don't want to deal with that. Okay. Betrothal to an infant it is. Oh, they're also related, huh? Well, we got... We'll just do it anyways. We'll start off with the person he's distantly related to who's very beautiful, and then the genius infant, betrothal, last. Extort subjects, powerful vassal. So I fired up a bunch of events right before I signed off in a previous video. So that's, you didn't see me fire this event right now, or take this decision right now. My vassal, Duke Aethelwulf. He already knows what purpose I am approaching him. I am loyal, I pay my dues. How can you ask more of me? Oh, don't worry, I'll have everyone pay. And I also took the sell titles decision. I am honored by the titles you have offered me, and of course I will subsidize them, as is right and proper. I cannot thank you enough for this honor. Well, this is a very good one. Nice. Who is this Earl of Norfolk? I just want him to pay me. I don't see much benefit to me in micromanaging his feudal contracts. In part because I don't see any reason to manage or to move him in any particular direction. Like I have a reason to want to move Wiche, for example, towards coinage rights, massive levy contribution, and normal taxes. And I have a reason to want to move. See, here's my half-brother, born after we got blooded. Look at that. He's already beautiful and intelligent. Lucky guy. So, relating it back to when I mentioned that in the middle of King Rakat II's reign, he took the first level of blood. Anyway, I want Wessex to also gradually move towards massive levies. I don't think I want to give them coinage rights also. I'm happy with it just being Wiche. But I want both of these two to gravitate towards massive levies. They're part of my de jure kingdom, and I want to have as much military strength centralized in there as possible. And I like having coinage rights in places that are adjacent to my capital. Although at the moment, the development growth in my capital is quite high without it. Not that high. How long is that going to take? Well, we can extrapolate that if that distance is 14 months, it is going to be about 10 years per level of development. And that's the difference the scholarship tree can make, because it was under 5 per level with King Rakat II. Which is a little bit, just a little bit complicated to understand, because you look at planned cultivation for 20%, and scholar, which I believe also improves it by 15%. You say that should only be 25% better, not twice as much better. But then you just look at the penalty. So an increase of, all we need is an increase of 0.5 under developing county, and we've doubled monthly growth. So we stack all the bonuses that come up here to get, which are applied to developing county independently of existing development, the existing development penalty, and then you subtract the existing development penalty. So you can, at high levels of development, with small additional bonuses, end up doubling what you would have had without those bonuses. Okay, excellent. So I will be able to land him now. And I can get my next alliance now. So, here, alliance, sort by alliance power. This, the Earldom of Herefordshire. I don't have many great options here, do I? But I can bring a rather strong... I don't want... Jarldom. I don't want to defend against a family member in holy war just for a strong alliance right now. That seems short-sighted. I can probably get a strong enough alliance without them. So long as she isn't a vassal. Oh, she's Mercian. She is a vassal. I have very few good options right now. They want me to join because, like, they're only giving me this option of participating in this war. I mean, I think part of the reason that too many alliances, minus 45. So, he's very strong. Oh, but it's because he has a holy order hired. He's conning me. Not doing that. Okay. Then these are all my alliances. Oh, hey, look, I already got some pretty nice alliances here. England, Normandy, Ireland. Before succession, I must have got along pretty well with all my brothers. Ah, good. Now we'll arrange his betrothal to that young genius, Gwendolyn. There. Okay. So I have all my alliances set up. Now I just need to divide up my land among my grandsons. So there's Dafer, which I believe is the same place as York, and perhaps because of earlier Viking games, I feel like I have a soft spot for it. I really like it. You can tell just right over here, Helmet. It is it's a very tall county. You can fit so much in it. The other parts of it are also pretty tall also. It's a very strong area. But more importantly, I want Essex is in a position to drift into my territory. So I think what I will do is start off just by giving all of Essex to my grandson. I hope that he will expand it into and actually unify the whole thing, but that might not be. And then the de jure drift can start, but it's not that important for my plans, so I'm not going to try and do it right now. And that gets rid of enough places to bring me down to my domain cap. And so at the moment I don't really need to land anyone else in my family. I do want to coordinate the education of all these other children. And I want to organize his marriages for more people of more beautiful Amazonian geniuses, as many as possible. So, to do all that, first of all, who's she being educated by? Let's see, she's in learning focus. She's being taught by someone who's very bad at teaching a learning focus. You only got another 4 years of education. Modred could handle that very well. So there we go. Now we have my grandson, who has a stewardship education, and he only has... Oh, I need to wait. Okay. So I could handle this one quite well, so I will. And my youngest grandson at this time doesn't have a personality yet, so So I'm tempted to do something that is more my usual style of play, which is since at the moment Duke Hurnam II is directly in the line of succession. I completely expect to play as him. I can at this time give him still more territory before I've divided up places for my other children. Because apparently I did my math wrong, and I still need to give away some places. So, hey, I have an imprisonment right on this guy. I can revoke his territory. That sounds nice. Oh, he's... Who gave you that? Sure. You can pay less taxes in order to have your title revocation rights removed. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to you. Don't worry. You can trust me. Deceitful. Now, before I continue with all this, I could ransom him, but I think I want a lot. I would like 20 dread even more. I did just inherit. I'm a little bit worried about that. So, execute. Execute. Can I execute him without being viewed as a tyrant? I can. Execute. Huh. He has good genetics, huh? I will recruit you to my court. You have to... What? You won't convert, huh? Ah, you're zealous. Well then, you can add to my reputation of fear. There. Nice high dread. Now we'll see if he'll accept the revocation. Still not great odds, but... Let's just wait a little bit. Oh, the Borough of Banbury. The knight for the Knights of the Chalice, huh? Borough of Banbury. Where is that? In Oxfordshire. I would prefer not. Llandudno. Now that's a cool sounding name. Where's the city of Llandudno? Up in Wales, huh? Certainly. You can have Llandudno. There. Nice. Okay, so if I really want him to be able to expand, he needs to be stronger than England, which is not likely to happen. Do I have... Okay, we're gonna give him die fed. Bring him up to 5. The one I am educating can take all of York. Defer. Well, that's nigh. He can just have he can have 2 places from it. Lincolnshire. He can have Lincolnshire. It says there's a temple here, but I don't see it. Oh. That's been leased out to the Yams Vikings. And there's currently a, it is a known bug, according to the forums, that I can't revoke leases from holy orders that I am not the patron of. So I'm stuck supporting the Yams Vikings of all things. So that's too bad. Okay, back to my son. And his son. There. And sure, we'll also give you East Riding. There, he now has 2. Let's summon some knights immediately. And I gave away Hertfordshire. I still have Elmet. So we'll instead focus on converting Elmet. There. Now I just need to wait for this. For my, excuse me, for my levy count to rise back up. And then it will be time to invade Sweden. Oh, I forgot. I had better attract a lot of knights right now. Sort by prowess. Just Nice and simple, just sorting by prowess. I am I don't see any reason for him to marry my daughter. She won't marry him? Do I need to do it like that? I don't understand. That's okay. For some reason, I can't organize or I can't get her to marry my son with the arranged marriage button. I need to in Crusader Kings 2, arranged marriage and arranged betrothal were different things. But anyway, I don't think that's the case anymore. There you go. There you go. There, and there. Do I have any buildings to upgrade? Upgrading that already. Upgrading that already. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay. So many marriages. While we wait, we can talk about... Oh, wait, never mind. I want this assassination to go off without a hitch. Willing to spend a very large amount of money for it to happen. Because once he is dead, look, the Emperor will be someone who is matrilineally married to my half-sister. Wonderful. Now, that means this lucky fellow, born after I had taken the blood crate, will be able to, will end up the Byzantine Empire. Emperor. A person can't be a country, but they can rule a country. And hopefully he's smart enough to educate him to be Greek. Will he listen to me about... No, he won't. Okay. So, that would be good. Then, but once he forms his own house, the Byzantine Empire is going to have an army at least 2,000 stronger than mine, which will be enough for it to for them to take over the dynasty. which means, now I do have some time before they do that, which means I need to prioritize things that will increase the size of my military. Household soldiers first, then battlements, then burrs, and I think that'll be sufficient. Finally, manorialism, to round it out and just be finished all the buildings that I will want. But I'll need to really keep all my and I'll need to keep development rising ever higher. You can see that I already have the 3 military buildings that are actually available to me right here. And I may go so far as to replace the fishing net weavers with either outposts or forest forts. Let's see what happens at level 4 of them. 325. Okay. Level 4. 125. So forest forts. I might even do that instead of taking the improved, the one that improves the economy, the economic buildings research, manorialism. I might just go battlements, then burrs. And a big chunk of that will hinge on whether I feel like I want to make Britannia or not. Because once I make Britannia, I will reclaim Britannia, which will make the spread of Brittonic cultures very fast. And at that point, the benefits of keeping economic buildings that increase development will be significantly reduced because my culture will be so much larger. So that will, whether or not I replace ports with fortifications, is a decision will be a decision that I make in 20 or 40 years based on the current political realities. In Britannia specifically. And I suppose also if I'm already staying close enough to the Byzantine Empire in army size to stay head dynast. There we go. I don't want to risk losing that, so I'm not going to so I'm not going to engage in any seduction. Here we are, my grandson. There. So instead, you can be swayed. Huh, the King of Wales just died. And apparently he was my rival. I'm surprised it didn't result in the Kingdom of Brittany being made. Does he already have partition succession? No, he has Confederate partition. I don't see why that... Now, who is this? Prince Facundez of Asturias. I could throw him in jail. I could also press his claim on Asturias, which is currently ruled by West Francia. Oh, what's this? Someone is already fighting a war for a claim on Asturias. If I throw him in jail, I know he won't leave, and I can just recruit him when it's time, if I want to press his claim at any point. Nah. Was he trying to assassinate? Emmanuel. An apparently unimportant man who is matrilineally married to my half-sister. Now, yeah, they're all married already. Okay. Pause, and we'll just go down the wheel, converting people. We don't need to do that. Here we go, converting everyone. Ah, they discovered the scheme. That means I'll need to put more money into it. Good thing I have a very large amount of money. There. That should solve that problem. Oh. That's sad. Why would I want an alliance with you, Count Eric? You're profoundly weak. What's happening over here? He's fighting the Holy War for the Principality of Dehebarth. Well, I certainly want him to win that war, but it seems unlikely given their current war score. And the number of people who are siding against you. My grandson. Time to teach him the right way to be. Teach him to be humble. Teach him to be deceitful, or teach him to be honest. I will teach him to be honest. I could take a trip to the brothel to deal with all this stress of teaching my grandson to be honest. Such a stressful thing to do. Sure. No, my heart remains pure. I do not want to participate in a seduction event. And you want to negotiate an alliance with me. You're even weaker than the last person. No. There, cook's just finished. We are rapidly approaching being ready for war. My assassination was successful. And look. How perfect is that? One emperor by marriage. And he has so much territory. He is so nicely positioned to govern from a position of strength. Excellent. I wonder if we're closely related enough that I could get an alliance. I could, but he doesn't like me very much. I could work on that. I don't want to help you in a liberty war, brother. I have stuff to do. But I want you to help me in my war, so I guess I better help you defend yourself now. Just look at how close I was. 2 months away. I'll get an alliance with him in the meantime. Or try to. Okay, so I just got another level of development right there. So... oh, hey, I turned down an alliance with Mercia earlier, because I thought I was still ruling them, but clearly I'm not. Okay, your son? Oh, your daughter. Okay. We need to get her adequate education. This grandson, I want him to become Norse. I intend to groom him to be King of Sweden. Who has the highest learning of all my Norse vassals. She does. There. And now we can participate in this Liberty War, and hopefully it doesn't last too long. Who's the primary attacker? Count Lugan of our house in the middle of our street. Okay. I don't see it. Where is it? There. 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 We're starting off just defeating the armies out here before they can do anything. And then looks like he can handle his the Danish front. Excellent news. On to battlements. Now, I may have mentioned this a couple times in previous videos, but I haven't actually done too much to enact it yet. We're now starting to switch from cheap types of men-at-arms to expensive types. So I don't, and that means that there's some of these that I would rather replace than get more of, and others that I would, whereas the light horsemen, I don't want to double up on bowmen anymore. I want to eventually replace my light footmen. But I want to have one group of bowmen. There. And as as I can slowly afford it, I want to add in armored footmen, and that's what I'll also be replacing things with as I get rid of other of the ones I don't want. There's more prisoners more people I could imprison if I wanted to. I don't want to imprison my son. I don't want to imprison my wife. So my men-at-arms upkeep is currently half of what, oh, how commendable. Way to go, half-brother. I so forgiving. So good and so forgiving. Uh-oh. This may introduce complications. Oh, someone's trying to kill my court here. What a jerk. Let's make sure that the... Oh, that is kinda lucky for me. It's sad, but it is very lucky for me. To make sure that he is being educated by someone very smart. Like my half-sister. And you can be being educated by someone who's very sneaky. Like her. I'm happy that they're all remaining Cumbrian. And you don't have a personality yet. Okay, let's send home the ones that are currently recruiting more. And is there... I don't see anyone else in this area who is hostile to me. So I'll disband them all. Then recruit again up here. My dear Mayor, I feel your passing more acutely than I ever thought possible. Uh-oh, gained a stress level. Lots of people trying to kill my courtiers. How good are all my knights right now? Quite good. Quite good. Well, if I'm educating him to be a good steward, I think it's important that he understands the trappings of power by which our world is ruled. They created a liberty faction against me. There. That war is over. Perfect. And it is now time. The Holy War for Sweden. We will declare the war, and then I will sign off. The exciting battles will all be for next time. Come and join me, my allies. How come I can only call one ally? Well, I don't understand why I can only call one ally, but maybe more will. I think, is he still fighting his war here? No, that's over. Why can't I call the King of Ireland to join me? I can use the call house member to war, but I don't. Oh. I thought doing this cost renown. But it seems I can do this with my house members, and it won't cost renown. As opposed to just calling... Let's see, if I call dynasty members, it does. But house members, I can call them. Excellent. This is new information to me. Join me in my war. I won't bring along small people struggling to get by as mere counts. They have their work cut out for them without helping me. But a king? Yes. The Duchess of Languedoc. She's already fighting a war, so... I'll let her finish that. She's a kinslayer? She's 9. Well. Weak. Weak. Busy. Weak. 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 Alright. We have called all the allies. And it is now time to begin our invasion. There we are. An exciting place to end for the day. Thank you for watching me. I am Mind Moose. Have a good evening.